We are live.
All right.
Family, everybody. Myself, say hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. I'm Chef AJ, and welcome to Live. I have a real treat for you today, all the way from Pine Grove, Kentucky. I have an extraordinary family who I met last year in Las Vegas at the Live Ultimate Weight Loss Conference, and they'll be back this September. There's 5 of them. We've got Will Scott, Faith Scott, Destiny, Jermaine, and Jeremiah, and they are going to tell you a little bit about their story towards health, healing, and happiness, as well as cook some delicious kid-friendly meals for you. So take it away, the Scott family.
All right.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, AJ. Thanks for having us again. I'm Faith.
Absolutely.
This is my husband, Will, and these are our children, Destiny,
Hi.
Jermaine,
Hi.
and Jeremiah.
Yes.
And we have been plant-based now for about 3 years, since May. And we're excited. And our journey pretty much started, I guess, like everyone else's. I was, fat, sick, and tired of being fat and sick. And I just went on a search, and my search took me to Dr. Caldwell B. Esselstyn with Prevent Reverse Heart Disease, Dr. T. Colin Campbell with the China study, and also Dr. McDougall with the Star Solution. So Will and I, read some books and did some research, and it just makes sense to us. In order for us to be healthy and to be here for our children, we needed to make this lifestyle. As I began to study a little more, I found out that children could benefit just as well from living, a whole food plant-based lifestyle. So, like I said, Will and I went plant-based cold turkey, because it just made sense. And it took me about 90 days or so to get them transitioned. But now they are whole food plant-based, and they're growing. I'm having to buy clothes, every 2-3 weeks, because they're growing like weed, they're growing vertically and not horizontally. And I have personally lost over 95 pounds and have kept it off. And it hasn't been a struggle to do that, and I eat good every day. And my husband, how much does he lost?
85.
Okay, Will lost about 85 along the way.
Yes.
So, and we're healthier for it. It's not, in the beginning, it started out as weight, but as we begin to study more and eat more, we really found out it was about gaining health. And we have just done that, and that's why we're excited, because we just want to share with the world from a family standpoint that, yes, an entire family, including children. Maya is, how old are you, baby? 5. She'll be 6. Here in a couple of days, and Jermaine is 6, going on 7, and Destiny's 10. So
I'll be 11.
And she'll be 11. But so an entire family can benefit from this lifestyle, and that's what our message is. It's about the entire family being healthy.
Yes. One thing I can say real quick is that it did help Mom out, because she didn't have to prepare all those different meals. We all eat the same thing, so it made it real easy for her too. So we tried to lessen the burden on Mom as well,
Well, they didn't have too much of a choice.
Well, that's what Mom says.
But I basically, did you have anything else you want to share?
Well, one of the greatest things though is that I'm still in the military. But I can tell you right now, I know a lot of people get caught up with exercise and all of that. And exercise is great; it's very important. But one thing that I learned, I had to deploy, and I was gone for a year. And my wife, Miss Queen, she lost majority of that weight all by herself just from plant-based eating, whole food plant-based eating. I wasn't here because I'm the exercise one in the family, so I wasn't here to do the exercises with her. But just because she was eating the proper food, that weight dropped off her, I'm telling you, like a bandit. It was awesome. I'm telling you, I came back in the airport, and I didn't even know who she was. I almost walked past her.
Well, that's great. You got a whole new wife.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
And not only that, Chef AJ, she was smaller now than she was when we met each other and was married over 21 years ago. And so I didn't know who she was.
30 pounds lighter than when we met.
That's incredible. Well, I know you're going to do a cooking demo, but if you guys have any of your pictures, please feel free to show them. And what's amazing is is your family eats this way. You're not forcing them. They really do love your food, and your food is absolutely incredible, which is why I really want everyone to please subscribe to their wonderful YouTube channel. They do the most amazing, delicious recipes at get2root.com. I'll keep posting it. Get2droot.com. Healthandwellness.com is their blog and their YouTube channel. So guys, please subscribe.
Yes. Thank you, Chef AJ. Well, just to show you, this was let me see. Where's the camera?
There you go.
Oh, okay. So this was me before. I don't know if you can see that. And then of course that's me now. And like Will said in the beginning, I just wanted to focus on eating because I never liked to work out. Didn't have the energy to work out, and now I love working out. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship, but I enjoy it because I have so much energy, and so I love working out now. So this was Will. I don't know if you can see that there, and then of course that's Will now. So I joke him. I call his belly the washboards. He got a 12-pack. But yeah. So we just love this lifestyle. It's who we are. And I'm more excited for our children, and this is no pun intended against my mother and how I grew up and all that. But I'm excited about the legacy of healthy living that we're instilling in the children. So that when they get grown and they may stray, but they're going to have a solid foundation to come back to help them remain healthy, and if they do stray, they'll know how to get healthy. And it's definitely at the root. What we're doing here, and through whole food, plant-based nutrition.
So. And you're doing it in Kentucky.
That's right, Kentuckyville, where there's no Whole Food, no Trader Joe's. It's an hour away. So you can do this lifestyle with Walmart and Kroger. Trust me. There's no excuse. Okay.
But and Chef AJ, we want to really thank you too, because I tell you, once we tapped in and found out who you were, it helped us to reach our goals, because eating greens for breakfast was something that I first of all was like, I don't know about that, but I'm telling you, it is awesome, and our kids do the same thing. So each one of them want to tell you what they like, their favorite vegetable is. So we'll start with who?
Maya, what's your favorite vegetable for breakfast? Look at the screen. Broccoli. She likes broccoli. Yes. Yep. What's your favorite veggie for breakfast? Broccoli.
So awesome.
Broccoli lovers. And Destiny, what's your favorite veggie? She loves yellow squash, air fried.
And you guys have the Breville and zucchini and the Breville.
It's like corn. The yellow squash is corn.
It tastes like corn. Yes, we love air fried.
Yes. I'm telling you. It's the greatest.
Yes, it is.
What do you want to say, sweetheart?
I want to say that when we met Chef AJ, it changed our lives so much that we keep on going to be like you as going through our journey.
Awesome. Look at that, Chef AJ.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. I wish other kids would take the lead from what you guys are doing and eating.
I tell you, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. We're looking forward to bigger and better things. I tell you, all of the kids, what I love about it is when we're together, we go into stores, they don't ask for junk food, they don't look at the junk food, they don't, our kids we get in around junk food and it's like, but our kids kind of like immune to that now. They walk in the store. I don't know if that's because of mom, mom always tell them, you're not getting nothing.
I mean, they look at it, and I tell them, stop making it hard for yourself because you're not getting it. Okay? Let's come from over there. But, they're children, and they have been exposed to these things, before, so our mind never forget. But I keep it, I run a light, train here at our house, and they know it's not coming in here. It's not coming in here. So.
I admire you. I wish, when you're in Vegas, hopefully the parents there that are very lenient with their children's diet will listen to what you and Sharon McRae have to say. And a lot of people are agreeing with the broccoli for breakfast. Diane and Sarah saying that's their favorite too. And Barbara saying that they love you. And a lot of people say they love your exercise videos on Saturday mornings. So guys, please subscribe to both their blog and their YouTube channel. And let's get cooking, you guys, and see why the kids look so good. It's not just plant-based. It's delicious what you make.
It's delicious. Yeah. So the first thing we'll do, if y'all want, you can sort of move out the way.
Yeah, sure.
We had to sort of revamp our technology a little bit, but we're going to be making our kids mac and creamy cashew cheese. Yes, mac and cheese with some broccoli. So I'm going to start here. Now, I have broccoli already cut up because it's like one of their favorite veggies. And for those of you who have heard about the Instant Pot, if you've never had the Instant Pot, don't want to spend the money on the Instant Pot, please spend the money. Because it's worth it. It's worth every dime. I can't imagine life without my Instant Pot, but I'm going to place this in the Instant Pot.
And thank you for that Instant Pot idea, Chef AJ. Thank you so much. You are the greatest, girl. I'm telling you. Hey, we following your lead because your lead is what's keeping us healthy. I'm telling you.
Good, and you got to get everybody in the South to follow your lead now. I'm working on the West Coast. You work on the South.
Yes, ma'am. You know, they say that Kentucky is one of the highest states for obesity. You know, so we really have a very bad epidemic here of obesity in Kentucky. So we're here to be spearheads to change that.
Yep.
Let's see what Queen is.
She loves the Scott family.
Yes, so I just put the broccoli in the Instant Pot, and it takes about a minute or so once it comes to pressure to cook. And I'm about to put some macaroni. I'm sorry, we can't really show you too much, but because our technology changed here. But I'm using brown rice, macaroni, or elbow noodles, and I'm going to boil that. And then in a moment, I'm going to show you how I make the cheese, because most people think you need dairy and the cow to have cheese, but you really don't, okay?
You really don't.
All right.
Yes, we've eliminated all dairy and everything. I'm trying to turn this around a little bit so you can see Faith and see her moving around and everything. So
all right.
I apologize. I'll move slowly so we nobody get no vertigo. So
okay. Can you see the blender? Okay. All right. So, for the cheese, we have, and I'm just using a blender here, we have a half a cup of raw cashews. You can see that. Just throwing it in the blender. We have miso paste and Dijon mustard. And I need a spoon, excuse me. I'm throwing that in the blender. Okay. We have onion powder and smoked paprika is in here. Okay?
Yeah.
I have nutritional yeast. And nutritional yeast, believe it or not, Chef AJ, they sell it at Walmart now. Yeah. So I'm excited about that because I'm a Walmart kind of girl. But we're going to do 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. And then here, we actually have lemon juice and soy milk. So I have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and 1/4 cup of soy milk. So pour that in there. And I need 1/2 cup of water. So let me get that.
All right, there we go.
Put the noodles in. All right, 1/2 cup of water. And I'm just going to blend this. And it's going to, actually, I'm sorry, I need sweet potatoes.
Can you imagine that? Sweet potatoes added in to the no cheese. Sweet potato, that's one of my favorites. I love sweet potatoes. All the gentlemen in the house, I'm going to tell you, plants will help you to become strong. I'm telling you. Eat your plants. If you want to get strong, you want to get healthy, you want all the protein, eat your plants. That's where it's at.
And guys, I just put the name of their website on the screen, and that is also the name of their YouTube channel. And if you subscribe, you'll get their exercise videos and their recipes. Will, how close is Vine Grove, Kentucky from Lexington?
Lexington, we're probably about 81 miles from Lexington. As a matter of fact, when I do my military duty, that's where I have to go. I have to go up to Lexington to do that. So it takes me about an hour and a half to get there.
Okay, because we've got a UWLer, Julianne, that lives there. Maybe you guys can get some kind of meetup going on in Kentucky.
Absolutely. We would love that. We would love it, and we could spearhead it, get it going and everything because, this is something that's a lifestyle for us. It's not something that we're doing as a hobby. We live it, we eat it, we breathe it, we talk it all the time. So there's a lot of people they look for consistency. They look for people to be consistent about what they're doing. And even on my job, Chef AJ, they're looking at me every day when I go in there to eat, and I got my pound and a half of broccoli, and I got my oat ropes with me, and Queen makes this fruit marmalade and put it on top, and they're looking, and they're like, "Gosh, you eating a pound and a half of broccoli?" And I'm like, "Yes." I said, "Yes." I said, "And I'm totally satisfied." I said, "Me eating my broccoli is just like you eating your steak, okay? I get the same sensation, satisfaction, but one thing I get that you don't get is health." You don't get healthy from eating all of that meat and overly processed foods and stuff. And we understand that, So one of the things is people look at what you do. That's what I've been noticing. They watch what you do. They may not say anything, but believe me, they are watching. Oh, here comes Queen.
I'm sorry, guys. I forgot my sweet potatoes, but we normally keep sweet potatoes already baked up in the refrigerator, but today I didn't have any. So you can buy sweet potatoes already, frozen and chopped up. And I just nuked them in the microwave. And I'm going to throw that in here with the cashews. Thank you, baby.
Yep.
And I'm going to turn on the blender.
Definitely one of our kids' favorites. They love this mac and cheese. They love it. I'm telling you. We love it too because it's loving them back. The food is loving them. And they love the food.
Okay, now I have a high-speed blender. So it heats up the whatever you put in here. If you put it on the soup mode, but we have our cheese. Let me show it to you. It's nice and creamy. I don't know if you can see this or not. I don't know.
Beautiful.
Yep. And we're waiting on the noodles. The broccoli is in the oven. So, I mean, not in the oven, in the Instant Pot. All right. So, did you set the timer?
No.
Okay, go ahead and talk to Chef Ethan.
Okay.
I'm the in-between guy today. So I'll come in when Faith has to go and do something impromptu, we're getting the meal together. I can tell you one of the things that we've learned in this journey is that, you can't listen to a lot of people. But one of the things we did do is we kind of separated ourselves for a moment until we got strong enough to be able to go around people with different foods and things like that. Because it was very tough for us as well. We were used to going out eating all the time. We were used to frequenting, all different type of fast food restaurants and things. So it was very tough. We had to make sure that we were ready to get around other people while they were indulging in the standard American diets. So it was very tough for us in the beginning. But I can tell you, I'm not kidding. Through consistency, persistency, being dedicated and committed, you would do it. You will neuro adapt. Your taste buds will change. Everything will taste better to you. Queen and I were ones that we used to always use a lot of salt and all of that. Now, we're neuro adapt, so we actually taste the flavor of the food versus the salt itself. It's been amazing. It really has. And it's only been 3 years for us. So, like Chef AJ's been, 30, 40 years, being whole food plant-based. And, for us, it's only been 3 years. We know that the best is yet to come. We can't wait for 30 to 40 years from now, I'll tell you.
Right. That's right. So while we're waiting on the noodles to be done, the cheese is already done. So you saw, just simply put everything in the blender, blend it up, got your cheese. All right. I also want to make waffle fries for everyone. I know all of us been to Chick-fil-A and we love them little waffle fries. But you can make them at home with no oil, no salt, just using a waffle iron. So I like to use the Yukon Gold potato.
Yes.
And this recipe is not mine. I actually got it from Vegans Eat Yummy 2 blog, I believe it is. And so you take 2 Yukon Gold potatoes, at least I do. They're washed off, and you see they're about palm size. And I like to use the Potato Express because the potatoes cook in like, 3-4 minutes. But if you don't have one, you can let them cook in the microwave for 6 minutes. So you can do that for me. But I already have 2 potatoes ready. So I don't know if y'all can see the waffle line I have back here.
Yep. Back there with old Faith. Yep.
But I have a waffle line back here.
Yep.
We can see you.
Yep, we can see it.
I'm actually going to, I've already got 2 potatoes cooked, and I'm going to just put the potato on the waffle line.
Yep.
And I have a dual waffle line where I can cook 2 at a time, so, which I love. And I'll let the potato stand there for 8 minutes. Don't need any oil or anything like that because we're using a non-stick griddle, so no oil is involved. All right?
Yes.
There's about 9 more minutes on that. Okay. So while we're waiting on the broccoli and the elbow noodles, I'm gonna move on because we're having carrot dogs today. And we all have had frankfurts and ballparks and all that kind of good stuff, but in the plant-based world, we eat carrot dogs, and they are delicious.
Awesome. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So again, this recipe was inspired from Debbie Adler. I got that from her website, and the kids love them. So we're gonna make carrot dogs with some chili, some super grain chili.
Yeah.
So let's see. Everything here.
Okay.
All right. So basically, what you do? Can you see me? I'm sorry. Basically, what you do is you take 4 carrots. Okay, and you wash them, scrub them down. Don't peel them. Cut off the edges, and you boil them for about 6 to 7 minutes until they are tender, fork tender. And so these have already been cooked. Okay, and then you're going to make a marinade. The marinade is going to season your dogs. All right. So I use liquid smoke. They send me that liquid smoke. Okay. Yeah. For those of us who may not know what liquid smoke is, but that's liquid smoke. I like the mesquite. So I use 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke. And we have garlic powder in here, onion powder, smoked paprika, and coriander. All 1/4 teaspoon each. Put that in there. And 1 teaspoon of coconut aminos. So I dump all that in here. I just mix up the marinade. So, that's it. And I throw the carrot dogs in the bag. Just throw them in the bag.
Yep.
I sort of roll them around. Just make sure they get coated.
Wow.
You can see that or not. Just make sure they get coated.
The smell is awesome,
oh, yeah,
guys.
it smells like we got a grill going. And then you just put these in a
Oh my goodness, you froze. Wow.
Okay, we're back.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, I got scared. You froze for a minute.
I know.
So you put the carrots in the marinade in the bag in the refrigerator for.
Okay.
Okay. For 2 hours, and then you put them in the oven. You put them in the oven at 425 for 25 minutes, and this is what you get.
Oh my gosh.
A carrot dog, and it tastes so good and smoky.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to dress these carrot dogs here in a minute on bun. I like mine on the lettuce. The kids like bread. I choose romaine lettuce.
Yes.
But we're going to make some chili for these carrot dogs. So can you guys see that?
Yes.
Carrot dogs.
Yes.
And they are delicious. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hope we ate it.
Okay. All right. We did the quick release on the Instant Pot back there. Here's some steam going. I tell you, that Instant Pot has saved our lives. Let me tell you. And when we got the first one, it was great. But the more we started cooking, we was like, wow, we need another one. So we need another one. Then Chef AJ said, hey, you guys got the mini? We was like, no, but we're going to get one. So we ended up getting 2 minis. We got the 6-quart and what's the other one? And the 8-quart. You know, I tell you. You know, and about 3 years ago, we went on a Disney cruise, And it was so funny because we was in the hotel the day before the cruise, and we took our Instant Pot with us. And I'm telling you, it was tremendous, boy. We was cooking yams, and we had our food in the Instant Pot before we got on the cruise. It was awesome. I'm telling you, that Instant Pot was a lifesaver. You better believe it, boy. So definitely, you gotta get one. Chef AJ will tell you, she knows. I'm telling you, that delivered us that Instant Pot. I'm telling you. So Queen is coming. She's putting together some things for the super grain chili. I'm telling you, this super grain chili is fabulous. I'm telling you, here she comes. Here she comes.
Now, I apologize. Like I said, our technology sort of messed up on us a little bit, but I'm about to saute. It's cheated.
Yeah, I'm glad. I got you.
A couple of questions. Julie wants to know if she can freeze the dogs, and Yolanda wants to know, does it really taste good like hot dogs?
Yes, and the secret to that, yes, I think you can't freeze them. They never last that long around our house, and I cook them ever. But I think you can freeze them and nuke them back up if you need to in the refrigerator, or freeze them in the marinade. I don't see why not. But the coriander, if you have a bottle of coriander in your seasoning rack, just go open it up and sniff it. It smells just like a Frankfurt hot dog.
Wow.
And I was like, something is missing. I started sniffing all of my seasonings. I'm like, this smells like a hot dog. So I added coriander
to
it.
The
recipe, and it gave it that flavor.
Yes.
So now I'm going to saute some onions. I don't know if you guys can see this. I got some onions chopped up here, and I'm not going to use any oil. When all you need is a good nonstick pan, a little bit of water, or veggie broth, and you can saute your onions in about 6-7 minutes, and they'll saute up. Isn't that right, Chef AJ?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes. I tell you, I'm going to say something to the gentleman real quick. I tell you, going whole food plant-based and, the whole family, it made it so easy because it allowed all of us to also grow together. We grew together as a family, being whole food plant-based. It also separated us from a lot of people, especially our family members at home. Oh, my goodness. It's very tough. They're like, why are y'all eating all that greens and stuff? I'm like, yeah, you're not going to eat no meat? I'm like, no. Well, where you get your protein from? I said, well, where you get your protein? I said, well, I get it from the meat. I said, okay. Well, let me tell you where I get my protein from. I get my protein from where the meat get its protein. So the meat eats what? They said grass. I said, there you go. So we just cut out the middleman and get it firsthand. We just eat the grass like the animals do, and we get the protein the same way they do, And they said, well, you know what, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you think so. You want to transition over? Nah, I can't give up my chicken. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, here comes Queen. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. Okay, so back to the macaroni. The macaroni is done. And basically all I'm going to do, I've drained the water off. And all I'm going to do is pour the cheese into the pot.
Yes.
Just pour it in here. Okay. And
while Queen is doing that, I just want to tell everybody, a wonderful thing is that when we were eating meat and all of the other, types of food, particularly meat, though, when we were eating meat, we never could taste the food prior to cooking or anything like that because fear of contamination, of course. The beautiful thing about whole food plant-based is we can eat the food and taste it along the way. It's all healthy. Along the way. So it's awesome. Oh, that sounds like it's going to be the Waffle Fries. Hold on a second. Look, Queen is the one that runs beelines all around the house. I got the greatest pleasure of sitting down and just eating. So she's the ultimate cook in the house, and I'm the ultimate dishwasher. So we do share. I told her, hey, if you cook, I'll clean. So I think that's a great relationship,
Absolutely. Yeah. And you guys, if you go to their YouTube channel, it's Get to D Root. It's the number 2, the letter D, Root Health and Wellness. I've been providing the link, but if you just go to YouTube and put in Get to D Root, you'll find Get to D Root Health and Wellness. And the same thing for their blog, and you'll get exercise videos. And Faith's cooking videos are amazing. They're short. She gives the recipes. They're beautifully done. And what happened is we tested the technology on one system, and they ended up at the last minute having to switch it, and that's why we're not seeing some things as good. But on their YouTubes, you'll be able to see it perfectly.
Yes. Thank you so much, AJ. We thank you so much. One of the things we thought about is that we wanted to give a holistic approach. We wanted to let people know that, healthy eating is everything. It's everything. And I know everybody have their own ratios and percentages of what's good and what's not good. But in our household, I'm telling you, we look at 98% of our health and our wellness comes from what we put in our mouth. That's what we believe in our household. And the other 2%, 1% is getting enough rest, and the other 1% is exercise. So, we put majority of our health and wellness and gaining that health and everything from what we put in our mouth, from a whole food plant-based. No one in our family is on any medications. We don't take any medications. Thank you. I'll tell you, it's just amazing. Our immune systems are up to par. Even with the kids, if they do get sick, they're sick for like a day or so, and then they're out of it. I'm telling you, so they recover and rebound so fast. It's amazing. Before we even really know they're sick, sometimes they're already getting over it. Yeah, it's so awesome. Supplying the body with what it needs to repair and restore and to recover. That's what it's all about. So. Like Queen was saying, we started out with the weight, wanting to lose weight, but we found out in the journey that it's not about the weight, it's about health. So if you focus on the health, the weight will come off automatically. See, and that's why we got it twisted. We was like, wow, man, we lose the weight, we get the health, but I know a whole lot of skinny, sick people. So, so that wasn't the way. So we found out that if we shoot for the health, the weight will come off and it'll happen for us. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have a question from Sarah. Do you save any money as a family eating this way?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Queen is our banker in the house. So I know she's over there sauteing. I'm going to see if I can change duties real quick.
Yes. Well, on the average family of 5, we go out to eat is $50 easy. I can take $10 now for a family of 5. Take about $10 and feed us at home per meal. And when we go to a restaurant, spend $50. A couple hours later, we're hungry.
Yeah, that $10 feeds all 5.
Yeah, $10. We average about $10 per meal at home to feed 5 people. So 3 divided by 10 is what? I don't know, $2, $3 per person.
Yep.
But we go out to a restaurant, it costs a whole heck of a lot more. And to be honest with you, Chef AJ, I never thought I would say this. I don't even enjoy the food as much.
I know.
Like, it don't take, and then you got to fight to not get oil and, a whole lot of salt in your food and all that kind of good stuff. So now when we go out, we basically go to a Chinese restaurant where they do hibachi, and we can pick our own vegetables and everything.
Oh, that's great.
Cook it in water, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. But I wanted to quickly show how you can, I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold the bottom of the computer.
I got it.
Can you see these onions? I don't know, but I'm sauteing them in the pan. You can see they're turning brown.
Beautiful.
Add a little bit of water or vegetable broth to them, okay? So I'm going to get back in.
Well, one of the things is to caveat on about, the expenses of the food. Let's say like last night we had collard greens and we had just potatoes, for our meal, and you figure you can get a 5-10 pound bag of potatoes for like $3.50. Each one of us had one of those. We had collard greens. It cost us like $2.50. And we ate the collard greens and the potatoes, didn't eat all of the potatoes. So you kind of figure how much that would cost, maybe $1, $2 at the most, for that meal. Everybody was full. Everyone was satiated. And I tell you, we have been able to save more, by eating this way than we would going out. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Now, Chef AJ, I'm working on the chili, and I actually got this recipe from eatplantbased.com, I believe it was. And she used bulgur, and I didn't have any bulgur. I love being plant-based because it's just, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? And I had this 3-grain super grain, which has quinoa, millet, and buckwheat in it. Red, white quinoa, and buckwheat. And I got it from Walmart, okay? Walmart. And I used that instead. And the chili came out perfect. I was like, oh my God, I changed a few spices or whatever to meet my, taste, but it came out perfect. So this is where we got the Super Brain chili, dog and burger chili from. So I actually have that already cooked up, and I'm going to add that to the onions. I'm also going to add, let me get my cheat sheet here. I'm going to add tomato paste, Worcestershire sauce, vegan Worcestershire sauce, chili powder, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, chipotle pepper, cumin, allspice, and Dijon mustard. And I'm going to add all that together with the super grains along with the onions, and we'll have our chili. So I'm going to go stir this up just for a second, and Will's going to come back and talk with you, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, guys. We kind of working together here, Queen and I. This is what everything we do. She takes care of that side of the house. I take care of the exercise part of the house, One of the things we
exercise with you, Will?
Say it again, Chef AJ?
Exercise with you.
Say it again. The kids?
Yeah, do they exercise with you?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, we did an exercise video, a family exercise video, and it was really cool. And one of the things, Chef AJ, is the kids love doing it, So we made it fun. We did it like a high-intensity interval training. It was about 10 to 15 minutes. And one of the exercises was, and this is awesome, one of the exercises was they had to lay down on the floor on their backs and just stand up. So we tell them to lay down and stand up. And by the time we got finished working out for that 1 minute, they sat there with breathing, huffing and puffing. And we actually posted that on the website as well, And it was on YouTube? Okay, Queen said it's on YouTube. So that family workout video was totally awesome. And the kids love it. So, it's all about family. It's all about family, because a family that's healthy together, play together, we have fun together, and I'm going to tell you, there's no records in our family. One thing, too, I wanted to say real quick about exercise is that you have to be consistent with that as well. I mean, you have to be consistent, but don't get so caught up into all of the, different types of exercises. Hey, if you just get out and walk, get on your stationary bike or whatever you want to use for exercise. One thing I found out, and I've been doing exercises for years, but I've never been able to get my body in the form and the shape that I like it to be in until after we went whole food plant-based. But I can tell you right now, if you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to do it. So that's the bottom line with exercise. It's got to be something that you like to do. As long as it's something you like to do, then have at it. I'm telling you, because the whole food plant-based is going to give you that energy. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel like working. You're going to feel like you want to go. And I tell you, it is incredible. It is totally incredible, boy. So we're going to... Yes, ma'am.
There's a question from Sarah. How much weight did you lose?
Oh, I lost 85 pounds. I lost 85 pounds, Sarah. So here's my before and after. I don't know if we can see it. So that was my before. And that's my after.
Terrific.
And it's awesome because, a lot of people, they train to do that, and it's natural for me. It's just whole food plant-based eating and a little exercise, and it's just natural. The weight will come off, your body will go back to where it's supposed to be automatically. So we want to thank you, though, Chef AJ, because you got us off the scale. Because I used to be a scale guy. Every day I was on it. I got to see what I'm wearing today. But you started that crusade for us, and you've been such a blessing for us. I'm telling you. So, yes. Oh, wow. Here we go.
Will, Kathy wants to know if you'll talk to her husband. Kathy, if you bring your husband to the Live Ultimate Weight Loss Conference, we're going to have lots of men like Will and Dave and John Pierre to talk to the husbands.
Yes, absolutely. And I definitely would, Kathy. I'll tell you right now, because, I know a lot of people think, we have little kids and everything. So they think we're really, really young, and they'll be talking to us. And they say, oh, you guys, you'll know how it is to raise kids when you get to my age. But they don't understand, is that, the oldest daughter in this household, it don't live with us anymore, is 36 years old. So if she's 36, that lets you know that we're up there a little bit. I'm 58. Okay, I'm 58
Yeah.
years old.
And I'm 47 years young.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's 40. I'm 58 years young. Yeah. But you know, I mean, I'm in the military. I'm still running 2 miles at about 13 minutes, 13:30. I mean, and people think that's kind of crazy for someone that age and not being an Olympic athlete or something, being able to run and have that type of agility. And I tell them it all comes from whole food plant-based eating. I don't take any supplements, no vitamins, no multivitamins, none of that. No precursor, no pre-workouts, after workouts, no protein drinks, none of that. They're just straight eating, whole food plant-based eating, and it's giving us everything we need. So here's Queen.
Okay, so can you hold the computer?
Yes.
For me,
Wait, so you're 58. That's how old I am.
Oh God! Woo! Don't we look good, Chef AJ?
Diana saying she's ripped. Shara saying amazing. Daphne saying wow.
Wow.
All right.
This here, can you hold the computer?
Sure, baby.
This is, can you see that?
Nope. There you go. There it is.
The mac and cheese.
That's the mac and cheese,
Oh
man.
my God, it looks delicious.
Yes.
And of course, you gotta have some broccoli.
Absolutely.
But that's the mac and cheese.
Yes.
And we're gonna let the kids come up and taste test that in a minute.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna show you the chili, and we get ready to throw together the chili dogs with the waffle fries.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
And it's so awesome. I'm getting totally hungry sitting here watching Queen bounce around the house and make this food. I'm telling you guys, you're not missing anything. You think you're missing out on something? Believe me. This is the best food I've ever eaten in my life. When I get off work, I can't wait to get home because I'm like, I wonder what Queen did today, you know, if it's air fried plantains or whatever it is, you know, I'm telling you, I walk in the door and I can smell the aroma and I'm like, man, I'm home. Let's go to work. I'm ready to eat, boy. So here come Queen. She's going to be bringing that super grain chili in a minute. I'm telling you, this is a game changer. I'm telling you right now. Because I don't think your mind, and Chef AJ, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but do your mind really know the difference between whether you're eating a real hot dog or a carrot dog with super green chili? I mean, you're one of the experts. You're one of the group.
Not if it tastes good. You know, of course, nah.
Yeah. That's what's so awesome about it. You know, I mean, my brain don't know the difference. It tastes like one. I mean, it looked like one. It smelled like one. And I mean, I was like, man, this is awesome. You mean to tell me I could just keep eating these until I'm totally full? And Queen said my heart knows the difference. But I tell you, you know, that was one of the things, you know, Chef AJ, you delivered me too because I was a sweet guy. I love those sweets. I did. I was one of those guys, and you helped us. I'm telling you right now by making that book. I'm telling you, Chef AJ, your book.
Yeah, I forgot to say when we get to the end of the broadcast, I will show you guys my new dessert cookbook. A Day for Dessert. The Scott family is the one that did all the photography.
Oh my gosh. I took some to work, Chef AJ, and folks lost it. They lost it. They always asking, you know, hey, when you gonna bring back one of them apple pies? With the German chocolate cake.
Oh my God, that's terrific.
It's a #1 hitter. I'm telling you right now. We have people on my job, Chef AJ, say, where can I get that book at? And I'm like, I got you. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you the information to get you that book because that's what it's all about, Chef AJ. And it helped me in my journey, you know. I mean, being able to have some of the foods that I liked, but now it's totally healthy. The ingredients were healthy. So now I can eat it and not feel bad about, oh my gosh. Here's Queen, guys. There she is.
Okay, so these are the chili dogs.
Oh my gosh.
See that? I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see it.
And you know, I know you guys are asking for recipes, Patricia, but that's why you want to go to their YouTube channel, which I'm going to post right here because she does these recipes with the recipes written out at her YouTube channel, which is Get to the Root.
Yeah, Get to the Root, Health and Wellness. That's correct. Can y'all see those dogs?
Whoa.
That looks amazing.
And they taste even more amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, bro.
Now we're going to make dessert.
Yes.
Okay, and my husband inspired this dessert. You can tell him about it.
Yes. You know,
I'm glad you mentioned that because Pat asks, how did you give up sweets? Pat, they didn't give up sweets. They just changed what they're eating.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right, Chef AJ.
Yes, you can definitely have sweets being whole food, plant-based, honey, and you know, it's the best I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? And I always like to say I can eat it being not feeling guilty. Now, due to energy density, we won't get into that. You know, there's more calories when you eat, you know, a lot of sweets and decadent things, but you can't have them every day, you know, and not maintain a waistline if that's what you want to do. But yes, we still have cakes and cookies and pies and you name it, cheesecakes and
thank you, Chef AJ.
You know what I'm saying? So and you know, and just in this journey, you start becoming creative. When I first went whole food plant based, I did a lot of studying and following recipes step by step because I didn't know how to cook this way. And then after a while, you just sort of, you know, you freelance it. You just let whatever happen. And normally it comes out pretty good. That's what I love about being whole food plant based. So this next recipe is really quick. We're going to make some nice cream, y'all. Yes, we can have nice cream being whole food using bananas, right? So we're going to make some nice cream. And Will loves sweet potatoes. He was born with one in his mouth.
Absolutely.
Okay? We just got to have a sweet potato. And through Chef AJ, we learned about the Japanese sweet potato.
Yes.
And it's so funny, Chef AJ, because we was driving Whole Food for us is an hour away.
Yep.
We would drive an hour away to get them Jap Yaps. I call them Jap Yaps, Japanese sweet potatoes, right? And we got like 2 or 3 Asian stores right here, 5 minutes from my house, but we was driving all the Whole Foods to get.
Wow.
You know, one day it dawned on me. I'm sitting there, wait a minute, Japanese sweet potatoes. Some of these Asian stores have Japanese sweet potatoes, and I went up the road and they had plenty of Japanese sweet potatoes, but it was still worth the travel to go get them because they're just that good.
Yes.
So I'm getting ready to pour this together.
We found out that, hey, it didn't matter about the drive. You know, we're going to go to get something that's healthy and something that we want and satisfy people to do what they want to do when they want to do it, Chef AJ. You know that. You know, if you want to do something bad enough, you'll do it or you'll find a way to get it done. I'm telling you. So it didn't bother us really to drive an hour to get these Japanese sweet potatoes because I told Queen, hey, as long as you keep those in the house, I'm good to go. You know, so she figured it out and she said, okay, let's do it. I said, well, how would that Japanese sweet potato taste with some nice cream? She said, you know what? We need to try that. And I'm like, yeah, try it. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Queen.
No,
go ahead. You talking about something good? Oh my. Chef AJ, it was so good it made me take my teeth out and put them on the table. I'm not kidding.
Yes. So this is the secret to the glaze is using flavor infused balsamics, and Chef AJ introduced us to that as well.
Yes.
And this is from my local market. This is dark chocolate balsamic, and I believe it's 4% where it's reduced, so it tastes really sweet, and you get a little hint of chocolate. So I have some strawberries here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
I got some strawberries already, you know, cut up, and you can cut up as much as you want. I normally do about 4. And I take about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and I just pour it over the strawberries. So I'm just glazing the strawberries. I might do a little more. I got a little more.
Okay. More strawberries.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Put that up. So you just pour it over the strawberries, and you know you can let this marinate if you want. But I have actually cut up the strawberries, poured the balsamic in here, and immediately put it on the nice cream, and it tastes just as good to me. So you can do that. Next, we're going to make the nice cream. So.
Oh, there she goes, guys.
And guys, you can get these recipes that she's doing on their YouTube channel, Get to D-Root, simply by going there or hopefully subscribing. And they're shorter and they're concise, and it has the recipes, and she's got all the recipes she did today, except for the mac and cheese up there, and I'm sure that's going to be up there soon.
It'll be up there soon. Yes, it will be. Okay, so ripe bananas, we keep our bananas, we let them ripe on the table, and we cut them up, put them in the freezer. So these are just ripe bananas, and I have 4 of them because we're making enough for all the kids. But I'm going to put 4 bananas into the blender.
Yes.
Blender. And we're going to add some milk. And I like to, my rule of thumb is 1 tablespoon of milk maybe per banana. So if you're using 4 bananas, I'll use a quarter of a cup. But you'll have to use your judgment based on your blender. So I need 1/4 cup of milk. And I'm going to add some vanilla extract. That's totally optional. You don't have to add the vanilla extract, but I like vanilla extract. So, and I'm using unsweetened soy milk. Okay, any plant-based milk would do. Make sure it's unsweetened because the bananas are sweetened enough. So you don't need any added sugar. So that's 1/4 cup of milk. And I need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Okay. Okay.
1/2 teaspoon, sorry about that. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Yeah.
All right, and that's pure vanilla extract. Whatever that means. All right, and we're going to blend it. Can you hand me my spatula?
Yep. The purple one?
Yes. Well, I'm almost done, guys.
All right.
All right, so it's going to get a little loud, but you can see the bananas are in the blender. And we're going to blend. Now, when I hear the blade sort of skipping, I come in with my spatula and I just push the bananas back down on the blade.
Yep, like a tamper.
Yep, like a tamper. I think Vitamix has a tamper with it. I have a blend tech, but anything will work. Just push the bananas back down. Just push the bananas back down on the blade. You can come talk to Chef AJ. Oh, she won't be able to hear you.
I was going to say, she ain't going to be able to hear me. She's not going to be able to hear me, sweetie. But that's okay.
Okay.
Believe me,
Deborah, here's the link to YouTube. I'm putting it right up on the screen and in the comments. Just follow this link.
Okay. So, ice cream is, you got me closed up? Everything closed up?
Yep, you should.
Okay. All right. Can you see that? Can you see that ice cream now?
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Creamy, 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 creamy. So now we're going to get a plate.
Yes, yes. Here comes the finale, guys. This is the greatest. I'm telling you.
All right. And I need to know.
All right.
Okay. So I have already sliced the Japanese sweet potatoes. You can see just sliced them in about maybe 1-inch pieces. Okay. And I'm going to place that onto a plate. Give me the ice cream scooper. All right. See, scoops like ice cream. I don't know if you can see that or not. It is ice cream. Not like it's better than ice cream.
It's the greatest.
It loves you back. Okay, thank you. Pull it down, baby.
Okay.
Okay, so I put 1 scoop of ice cream onto the yam stack. And I place another yam on top of that. And I do another scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Okay, 1 more scoop of ice cream. Put it on top. And I top it with some more ice cream. Now you can do as many layers as you want.
Wow.
Okay. And
here comes my favorite part, guys. Woo! Wow.
then I top it with the strawberries. but he's too big. But can you see that? Strawberry.
Yeah.
Top it with strawberries. You put some glaze on it.
Yes, look at that. Woo woo!
Oh my gosh. Could you hold it up really close to the screen?
Is that like good or what? Wow.
And if you want, you can go with some walnuts.
That's my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it's really, really delicious.
It's
very
delicious.
That is the most mouth-watering thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, thank you, Chef AJ. I'm telling you, that is the greatest. I'm telling you, that chocolate balsamic strawberry yam sundae is to live for. I'm telling you.
You want to show the kids? You want to show the kids eating some of the food?
Yes.
Yep.
Destiny, you go get them. Okay, so he's gonna go get the kids, and
in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna just show you something. Hold on. You're gonna. Oh, look at that! Yum.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to just show. I'm just going to put myself back on screen for a minute and show everybody the dessert cookbook that I have now on my website, A Date with Dessert. And you can see that I'm trying to get it centered. It's so hard to do that. There we go. All the beautiful photos were taken by the Scott family. So,
that looks so good.
So check it out. Oh, so let me put the family back on so we can see their opinion of this delicious. Hi, Destiny.
Okay.
Hi.
So hi, Chef AJ.
Hi, Chef AJ.
Hi, kids. So let's see. Begin, and you're not being forced to like this food, right?
No. We loved it a lot.
I'm so glad.
My hearty.
Okay, so this is the mac and cheese. Well, first, eat some broccoli.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And Faith, somebody had a question how they deal with questions from their classmates.
Oh,
That's a very good one. Destiny, would you like to share with Chef AJ how you respond to your classmates when they ask you why you eat the way you eat? And you know what, Chef AJ, let me say this. When I was growing up, I got joked because of religious beliefs we had. You know, I couldn't wear pants. My mom was very strict. And now with my daughter, she comes home and tells me that she's being joked because she's too skinny because all the kids are fat. And I'm like, when I was going to school, you know, most of the kids were small. You might see one or two heavy-set kids. Now, the majority of children are overweight. And and Destiny is an elite group, you know, and they're asking her, well, why are you so skinny? And why do you eat the way you eat? You know, so I'll let her answer that for you. Okay, so how do you deal with questions when your classmates ask you why do you eat the way you do?
Well, a long time ago when I was getting the grilled cheese sandwich, some people said, "What is that?" It's like I said that's not dairy cheese. It's normal cheese from plant-based stuff.
Right.
They said, "Why are you eating these stuff?"
Yeah.
Because I want to be healthy and make my heart strong, make my brain strong, and make my whole body strong.
Okay. Well, I think that's
fantastic.
Yes. So I make a grilled cheese for them too using plant-based cheese, but yeah. So she's getting pretty strong with her responses. You know, and that comes from us talking with them at the table and educating them on their level. You know, so that they can deal with, I call it peer pressure. And yeah.
Can I tell you AJ when I was in first grade?
Okay, go ahead.
So when I was in first grade, I used to eat dairy cheese and stuff. And when I was eating hot dogs, I got sick and I threw up because my brain told me to eat more because they kept me sicker and sicker, make my heart drown, no energy to run. And when mom and dad told me to motivate myself to eat like vegetables, then I started eating vegetables and I got stronger. I run faster, I push up stronger and all that stuff.
That's so inspiring. That is wonderful. And Destiny, if anybody teases you about being too thin or eating healthy, just tell him my dad's in the military and he's going to beat the cheese out of you.
That's a good one. Okay. So y'all want to taste the mac and cheese?
Let me give me a fork.
Oh, you want a fork?
Well, the Sunday, and guys, you can please go to their YouTube channel, Get to the Root,
Come over here so you can see y'all taste
and
these.
subscribe.
To our channel.
Yeah. Oh, look, you get to see there's Jermaine.
Yep.
No, there's Maya. There's Jermaine's on the left, Maya's on the right. Destiny's in the middle.
Yes.
And they love this food, you guys.
Mhm.
Good. All right, open up, babe.
Oh, I think I love her.
Jermaine's giving it a thumbs up.
Yes.
Maya, what's your grade? Give it a heart. Good. Thumbs up. What?
I do want to thumbs up.
And if you guys want to meet this extraordinary family, please come to the Live Ultimate Weight Loss Conference in Las Vegas Labor Day. They'll all be there. And please subscribe to their YouTube channel, gettotheroot.com, and their website.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna tell you something. We went to that UWL conference last year, and it changed our lives. I tell you now, being around like-minded people, you know, sometimes you need to be around people that think the same way you think, and it helps you, it encourages you, it strengthens you. We bond together, we meet each other, we learn where each other are all around the country, and it's just awesome to know that there are other people that think and want to get healthy and be healthy just like you know. So being around like-minded people, that's part of it. You know, my family over here is getting down on this mac and cheese.
The mac is almost gone, and the broccoli has left the plate.
Yes. The broccoli is gone. The mac is on his way. I'm telling you.
Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
100.
100 thumbs
right,
up.
guys.
Okay, Maya,
1 million.
1 million thumbs up. Okay, cool.
And
All
give it a
right.
heart for that.
So y'all want to taste test the carrot dog?
Okay.
Okay, so tell me what's this?
This is mustard. And this
No,
is ketchup. This chili.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give myself a relish.
Okay. Here we
I
go.
love
baby.
relish. Can I have some relish?
Sharon wants to know, because some people came in late, Sharon wants to know how old the kids are and how much weight Faith
Tell them how
lost.
old you are.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wait Jermaine, tell them how old you are.
I am 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My
And
mom.
what was the next question?
And how much weight you lost, Faith?
Oh, I lost over 95 pounds. I'm sorry. Over 95 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. And have kept them off. I mean, you know, it's just stayed off. Thank God for
And
that.
making some delicious food. All right, well, I'll let you guys eat your dinner. I know it's dinner time in Vine Grove, Kentucky. And I want to thank the Scott family so much for their time and for their inspiration and for being an inspiration. And I want you guys to get all their terrific recipes on their YouTube channel, Get to the Root, as well as amazing exercise videos.
Yeah.
So let's say goodbye to the Scott family. And Scott family, you can say goodbye to everybody watching.
All right. Hey, we love you, Chef AJ. We love you.
Thank you for having us.
Bye, everybody. And make sure you get to the root.
Yeah, get to the root. Yep. Healthy living begins at the root.